What is up, Vols fans? I hope you guys had a wonderful bye week. I know I did, but guess what? It is time for our Volunteers to take the field again in Neyland Stadium this Saturday at 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time versus a really good SEC offense in the Arkansas Razorbacks. I'm really looking forward to this game. I'm actually going to get to be in Neyland Stadium with all of the other Vols fans, losing my voice right there alongside all of you. So I cannot wait for this one. It's my first time back in Neyland this season. So let's have fun out there. Let's cheer on our Vols. I know Neyland will be rocking for this game. We have a lot to dive into in today's video, so let's get straight into it. As always, subscribe to the YouTube channel and leave a thumbs up on this video if you've really enjoyed the content. This is the Big Orange Turf Talk. I'm your host, Josh Andrews. Let's roll. We have a lot to digest in today's episode. A couple of key things to the episode today. First thing is, will the Tennessee defense stand up when it's absolutely needed against a really good Arkansas offense? That is a major, major key factor to this game. The second thing is how our offense will stand up to Arkansas's defense. There is a lot of gaps in the Arkansas defense that I think Tennessee can definitely take advantage of. And lastly, we're going to be going over the bets, the predictions, and I will give you guys my prediction as well on the game. Before we get to all of that, though, guys, leave a comment down below about what you think is going to happen in this game, your prediction, and who you think is going to be a standout in this game against the Arkansas Razorbacks. Let's get straight into it. We're going to start by talking about Tennessee's defense against Arkansas's offense. With that being said, guys, looking at the stats for Arkansas, they are led by Taylor Green at the helm. He has 1,398 passing yards on the season with a 62% completion rate, averaging 8.8 yards per pass with a 62 is his longest, 12 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Those are no joke of a number. If you compare those to Joey, you'll see on the screen that Joey's at 1,459 yards of passing. I mean, that's not far off. They're super close to each other in that aspect. And honestly, here's where there's a big difference. Taylor Green is the leading rusher on the team as well, rushing for 441 yards, averaging 8.2 rush yards per carry. That's a dog. He's tearing it up on that field. He may be a solo man in that backfield, but he can do it with his arm. He can do it with his legs. He is seriously just getting after the ball, making it terrible for defenses to contain him. And that's something that we really have to do defensively this weekend against the Razorbacks. A couple things, too. Arkansas is without their head coach now. Bobby Petrino has stepped in. He's the interim head coach, which to me can be a good or a bad thing. Let's just look back here at this past weekend where UCLA went and took down Penn State, and they didn't even have a head coach. What I'm saying with that is, short and sweet, having no head coach and just having an interim step in, a lot of times the players look at that and they're just like, well, that's kind of a botch of a season. Maybe we can just go out there and have fun. And a lot of times when you see young players like that going out there and just trying to have some fun, they end up making a lot of plays that maybe they wouldn't make when they're super stressed out and playing games with something on the line. Arkansas is going in this with nothing on the line. They lost their coach. They don't know where the season's going. They're just coming into Neyland, and they're going to try to have fun. So we really got to be careful about that. Our defense, I think, stands up decently against Arkansas. Rushing-wise, we allow 115 rush yards per game. Mississippi State kind of gave us a really big gash in that number. But I think our rushing defense will get back to the way that it needs to be this weekend. As for the things that I feel would assist us against this offense, Tennessee is 10th in tackles for loss this season so far, and we're tied for first with 21 sacks. Our defensive line is cooking this year. I mean, they're going off, and that's going to be the key to our defense in this game. Is can our line contain that outside edge, contain that pressure, and allow our linebackers to shoot the middle gaps and get up those seams so that they can get to the quarterback and get him down before he can make get out to the edge or before he can step up into one of those holes and run downfield. That's going to be a really big thing. I think our linebackers are going to have a tough job on them this Saturday, but I do think they're up to the task. I think they can handle that situation. And I do think our defense stacks up against this offense pretty good. Couple of other little stat leaders, and we'll move into the Tennessee offense. Receiving wise, Omega Blake for the Razorbacks, 399 yards receiving this year. He averages 13 yards per catch with 30 receptions. Their tight end, Jones, is their next best receiver with 6 receptions for 220, a 36-yard average. Wild to see the tight end as the deep threat, but that's kind of what it looks like with the Razorbacks. Rushing wise, the quarterback is not the only big time rusher that the Razorbacks have. Their running back, Washington Jr., 393 rush yards. So 2 rushers that have almost broke the 400-yard mark. Big time duo in the backfield. Gonna have to key in on him. And that's what's gonna make it hard. These read options, things like that. Taylon Green's gonna be able to really sell those fakes. It's gonna be up to our linebackers and them using their eyes to really make sure they don't break in on the quarterback or break out on the running back and miss a key assignment that they need to do within that game or within that play. So defensive wise, I think we have it, but I think there's a lot that we really need to focus in on the rest of this week leading up to the game. Offense as well. I think this plays a big key for the defense. We have given up 7 drives this season within our own 50-yard line. So what I mean by that is our offense has turned the ball over and allowed teams to start on our side of the field too many times this year. That's led to points on every single drive. Those are not good numbers. That's not good stats. Our offense needs to take care of the ball. That way, our defense is not put in those situations. Tim Banks loves when our defense is on their side of the field where we can dial up a bunch of blitz packages and really hunker in and dial down on that quarterback. That's where we feel the cleanest. That's where our defense thrives. And we need that from our offense. We need to sustain long drives to keep our defense healthy and ready to go. And we need to make sure that we eliminate these turnovers that we've seen these past couple games. If someone was to come to me today and tell me to describe Tennessee's offense at this point of the season, I think I would say 2022-esque. And I mean that. We have the quarterback that we need at the helm. He's reading defenses properly, accurate throws, can hit the deep bomb, can run when he needs to, reading the field at a high level. We have a 3-headed monster at running back that any of those 3 can shoot it for 50 yards for a touchdown at any given time on any given play. We have 3 wide receivers, one specifically in Brazel that just blows the top off defenses. Matthews and Staley, both little speedsters. With the ball in their hand, they make the moves, they make the plays, they get those hard-churned yards. Tennessee's offense is just back. If you want to be honest, they're back. I mean, looking at this, Tennessee averaging 536 yards per game. That's good for 6th in the nation. We're number 4 in the nation in passing yards per game at 337. Those are numbers from 2022, guys. Those are top in the nation numbers right there. I think that is going to stack up so good against this Arkansas defense that personally I don't think is that good. Arkansas's defense, they've not really shown major flashes this year. Going over their numbers, they're 117th in the nation, allowing 425 yards per game. Quite a lot. On the ground, they're averaging 168 yards allowed per game. They allowed Memphis to run for 290 yards on them. I'm telling you, our running backs are going to feast this game. I just don't see a world where Arkansas's defense just ho-hum, gets it together, and all of a sudden just stops this high-powered offense of Tennessee out of nowhere, out of the blue, and just goes in there and says, hey, we're going to make this a defensive battle. I think if anything, if Tennessee's defense stands up the way that they should, I really feel like this is going to be a one-sided game. I'm a little bit worried about that because I know how good Arkansas's offense is, but also Tennessee's offense, I think, stacks up right there with Arkansas's offense, and I think that we can outplay them. I don't want to get in a shootout. I think a shootout is the worst case scenario for Saturday afternoon. So hopefully our defense keeps that from happening. Offensively, though, just to go over it really quick, rushing wise, we're led by Bishop, 335 rushing yards. Obviously, Star Thomas right behind him with 305. Joey Aguilar in the passing game, 1,459 yards, 65% completion rate, 13 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. And Chris Brazzell is leading the way for the receiving court, 531 yards receiving, 17 average, and 7 touchdowns. That's remarkable. I mean, just amazing. I mean, Hyatt stats, you know. When it comes to the total game, though, I just really think our offense is going to shine against this defense. I don't think Arkansas has the power to stay with our defense. I don't think they have the longevity to sustain what our offense is going to be able to throw at them. I think that our offense needs to get better at a few things this game. I do believe that we need to eliminate the turnovers this game, really focus in on that, and sustaining some longer drives. I think if we sustain a little bit longer drives, it's going to help our defense really be well rested for the next series of downs, because I'm telling you, our defense is going to be running all over the place. Their quarterback's going to make our defense run a lot, and as long as we can keep them contained, we'll be all right. But it's going to be up to our offense to allow our defensive guys to really get that rest so that the next series they can work on containing that Arkansas offense. So with that said, we're going to move into the betting lines. Vols currently are favored at 11.5 on the ESPN Bet Sportsbook. I think that's actually a point down. I think they were at 12.5 just yesterday. The over-under is sitting at 68.5, which is also a point down. We'll see. I'm sure those numbers are going to, drop even lower by the weekend come. But that's the lines for now. Personally, if I'm going to take any bet there, I'm going to take the 12.5 favorite. I think our defense steps up. I think they hold Arkansas's offense the best that they can. And I think our offense is going to really thrive against their defense, which is going to push us into that advantage and giving us that plus 12.5 against the Razorbacks. That's going to be my bet for the weekend. Who do you have winning? What do you think your best bet is for the weekend? Who do you think is going to stand out? Leave that down in the comment section for sure. I'm going to tell you my prediction this weekend. I've got the Vols winning 41-27. That's covering the spread. But I think it's because our offense just shines out. I really think 41 may be a little low on that. We may push ourselves into the 50s. We're averaging that. I think we can absolutely hit our average this game. But my score prediction is going to be 41-27. I do have a couple things. I think the defense is going to have at least 3 sacks on the Arkansas quarterback. I think that's either because he's going to have to roll out of the pocket and we're going to catch him on the edge, keep him contained, or our middle linebackers are going to shoot those middle gaps and they're going to be able to get to him before he can actually make any decisions in the backfield, whether he needs to throw it or take off with his legs. Those are the big things that I have this weekend as for betting and as for what I think is going to happen. Again, let me know in the comments what you think is going to happen. Who do you think is going to have a breakout game? I always love to see those comments down below. Cannot wait for this game. Once again, it's going to be a ruckus in Neyland. We do need to get our revenge from last year. I think we all don't want to relive that moment, but I think we get it done. I think Tennessee sits at home, gets it done, and we're going to be singing Rocky Top at the end of that game. This weekend is going to be one for the books for myself and my family as we go into Neyland Stadium to cheer on our Tennessee Volunteers. Cannot wait for this one. It is going to be wild. The stadium is going to be ruckus. It is going to be loud, and it is going to be rocking. I know our Tennessee fans are looking forward to this revenge game. I know it because I'm looking forward to getting this revenge. Last year, watching our boys lose to this team just put a little hate in my heart. So really looking forward to getting that revenge this weekend against the Razorbacks. Cannot wait. In the comments below, let me know who you think is going to win. Also, let me know if you're going to be at the game. Would love to know who's cheering on the Tennessee Vols with me this weekend in Knoxville. With that said, guys, always remember, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Leave a comment down below if you are enjoying the content that we're pushing out. It really does allow me to bring you more content weekly. Um, with the schedule and going to Neyland Stadium this weekend, it's going to be a little different, but I'm going to try my best to bring you guys a recap on Sunday afternoon, barring if my voice is here. We all know how it is when we go to Knoxville. I may not have a voice when I get back, so hopefully I have enough of a voice to at least bring you that recap on Sunday. I'm going to try my best to do that. If not, Monday at the latest. As always, guys, thank you so much for tuning into the episode. Thank you for all the support you give to the channel. This is the Big Orange Turf Talk. I'm Josh Andrews. Go Vols.